Greeting YouTubers, this is Cloud Tank once again. Got myself a free toy, which is actually pretty cool. There was a guy that had this jukebox for like 10 years, had it in a barn or something like that. He actually sold the barn and he didn't actually know what to do with it, so he wanted to get rid of this unit since he didn't really have time to sell it at all. But this is the Seeburg Stereo Console Stereo. And you can see the back part of it here is actually missing, but I ain't too worried about it, which I think it might have something dealing with this. Might be in the way, but I think there might be like a standout box for it. But anyway, I ain't going to be too worried about the back of it for now. So the cabinet itself is in pretty decent shape. There's nothing really too much bad about it. I am planning to add some wheels to it, which I'll have to take these panels off, which cover the speakers, to add some wheels to it, so that way I can actually roll this thing around so easily, and not just let it sit there. Now make sure I have some wheels that actually can lock, and hopefully I'll be able to. Hopefully I can get that to work. If not, it's just gonna be just regular wheels, and if I don't want it to move, I'll find some way to block it. So, but the unit is complete. It's just missing, well, almost complete. It's missing the cover for that right there, which I found one on eBay, which I might try to get that at some point. I'm not sure when. It's got quite a bit of dirt in there, so there's a lot of oxidation, like here on the AOX jack. You can see a little oxidation there. Let's see, this one's old enough, it's got the radial dial, so I'm thinking this has got to be the model 6000 or 6001, I think, because I think the 6003 might have something else. But this thing doesn't really give me much of models, and there's nothing around here that actually says the model number for it, but the main damage for the cabinet itself is this board here on the side, which I think I might go to Menards and actually get a whole new replacement. Now to see how I can get this off. I think there might be like small nails in here. They just cover them up so that way you can't see it. But as you can probably tell right there, there's some major damage right here on the bottom. And this board is just kind of falling apart. So this thing is just, you can see it's just falling apart. So, but this would actually be replaced. So these boards here, I think they might be alright, but I don't know. I'll just wait and see. The unit does turn on, but of course it's gonna need a lot of work. So, which I'm gonna do my best to get this thing back up and running, just like I did with the Carnival over there. Because this is about the same condition, just a little bit worse. It's got lots of oxidation, especially down in here. There's a lot of oxidation on the aluminum right there. There's rust on this can here. Rust on these spots here. The gears. What I'm going to have to do, I'm probably going to have to spray some WD-40 to loosen everything up. And I might try to do something with the amplifier that's back there. See if I can get some rust off of it. Let's see if I can clean at least some of it up. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this unit out and take the rack off, so that way I can get to this and find out, see what's all wrong with it. And of course, because of age, the belt is rotted off, so I'm going to have to get some new O-ring belts, which this thing originally ran. I'm not sure if I can find any groove belts that small, so. But I'll show you when I get this unit out. Okay, I haven't got the jukebox, I haven't got this stereo mechanism completely out yet, but this thing was actually being a real pain, and it took me about 2 hours just to get this far, and that was from yesterday. Today is now Sunday, August 24th. I managed to get this off, which I had to get that and that out of the way, just so I can get it as far as I did. So, but this is the this is basically the magazine, I guess you could put it, where all your LPs would sit at. It's got these brackets that are painted brown that will sit on the bottom. They don't really got much of a texture to it, so they got as much texture as that piece right there, which is for the Carnival. That's like a light bar holder. This is the tournament, the tournament part that sits on that right there. It actually bolts onto this section here. There's two screws that hold it here, and there's another two holes over here that it holds. And for the way this thing is facing, the tournament faces the same direction, I believe. Yeah, faces the same direction. So basically the tournament's always facing like in that direction right there. So the contacts are, let's see here. These are always facing towards the front. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to clean, definitely try to clean this thing up, and hopefully it's actually still good. I hope it anyway. Then I'm gonna cover up these things right here, cover up the logos, and then give this a fresh cleanup. After I hit it with some scotch and then put some very light paint on it. I have to get some straight normal gray paint, which I can pick that up at Miners or something. Then I'll use Scotch Rite to take care of that crap. So what I use to get this stuff off, use like this red Scotch right here. You can find at a Miners, or I'm not too sure Walmart might carry it, but I know you can definitely find it at Miners. If you find out where they sell like their hand tools and whatever, like screwdrivers, hammers, whatever, you should be able to find some of this right here. They got some that's like this, and they also got what am I thinking? Yeah, scotch pads, where you can use for like an air gun or something. Or you just take something like this and you just kind of rub it on there. It takes a while, but after quite a bit of hard work, a lot of this stuff will come off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try buffing that thing out a bit to see if I can make it look better. But as for the mechanism, the darn thing was so stiff and bad that I still can't get the thing out because I still got that in the way, and I ended up having to take a couple screws off, which is these three here. These two came from the top, and this one came from like the bottom of the unit in the back, where there's like a worm gear that this mechanism kind of runs. I don't know if the motor actually runs both the mechanism and the motor over here, which is this right here. Which I don't know. I think it might be like a separate motor for this right here, I think. Not positive. But I sprayed this darn thing with WD-40 like severely, and I definitely know I'm going to have to wait for the manual to show up to see what I can do to take this thing apart piece by piece, and hopefully I can get everything loosened back up again, where I can actually get it to move. Because right now, like, this is a trip lever that trips the mechanism, but it is so freaking stiff, it's just stuck. So I'm gonna have to find a way to get all this off, like get this piece off and whatever, but I gotta wait for the manual to show up so I can actually take this whole thing apart piece by piece and put it back together once I get everything loosened back up again. What I'll have to do, I'll probably have to spray some more WD-40 on it, which I had to get some more, because I don't got enough to cover this darn thing yet again. So I'm going to have to redo it. So the thing is not quite out, but it's close enough where I can actually at least get to it. So, and I got the coupling that's supposed to run tight against the teeth down below to guide it back and forth loose, so that way I can actually get to it. I'll let you know if I get any further. Okay, right now it's pretty much dark. It's about 10 o'clock-ish. As you notice, it's dark out here. Running the outside lights. I got the tournament painted. I'm hoping none of the paint actually got underneath, but I just put regular gray paint on here just to kind of keep its color. Even though its original color was actually the steel, but I decided to put some extra coating on it to keep it from rusting up again. I even covered up those right there, which hopefully they don't peel off when I peel these off. I even did the cap that was on the bottom there. I'm not going to do the insides, I'm just going to do the outside here. So, but I think it actually turned out pretty nicely. So, when I get ready to put this thing back, hopefully it should still function at least. Well, but anyway, take some of this tape off. There's going to be some rust on it, but there's nothing I could probably do about it, so, and some of it will stick out, which I don't mind anyway, so. So by then it's got a major oil leak or something. But, but yeah, there it is. I got a little bit down here, which I can clean that up. And what I did, I used some Scotch-Brite to clean off the bottom on all these contacts. Just get all the cruft off. And Scotch-Brite is probably the best thing to use to get any kind of crud off of this instead of sandpaper, because sandpaper just scratches it and takes some material off. Scotch-Brite's a little better because it just polishes it, so it'll be easier. I got it back inside so you can actually get a nice look at it. So there's the unit there again. So I even got this brown paint right here just if I need it for like this, for example, but I don't think it's gonna need it. Just needs a lot of cleaning, so it's gonna take a while for it to clean that thing off. I'm supposed to roll this junk here, but I might have to use it here, but I'll have to see when I get all this cleaned off or something. It's going to take me a while. As for the unit itself, I'm not too sure. I actually might do the same thing to all this right here, to the base of it. So, especially on that track part right there, as you can see, some rust. I might put some gray on this. I'm not too sure about the brackets, but I'll do something about that. And I'll probably get some black paint for the springs to make them look a little better. As you can see, I got the unit mostly torn apart, but I'm going to put some of it back on here so I don't forget what I took off or not. But right now, I managed to get everything kind of loose enough in the WD-40 because I used like a ton of WD-40 here. I bought 2 cans. And I sprayed the death out of this thing. First I sprayed yesterday, let it soak overnight. And then I went and got some in today, so. But I'll show you what this thing is all doing. I still got the gear thing kind of loose, so it's not going to move back and forth. Plus, I don't think it's going to do it anyway. I think the switches are still kind of stuck. Like, this switch here is still kind of stiff. So is this one here. And there's like a solenoid right here that keeps energizing, and there's this stuff down here that keeps getting live. But I'll show you guys what's going on here. You can see the gears down there are turning, so that lever there was acting out, but now it seems to be working out like it's supposed to now. It's still got some difficulties in it, so I'm not sure what all the deal is, so